Hello, my name is Peter and welcome to my channel. It's been some time since my last upload. Again, I work also a cross stitch. So if you're familiar with cross stitch, you know that it's a very time-consuming hobby, and I mainly work on heaven and earth designs. So if you would like to watch some of these videos, mention it in the comments below, and maybe in the future I will post some videos of cross stitching as well. And okay, today we will work on this doily. This doily measures in diameter 13.5 inches, that's 34 centimeters. For this project I will use 1.5 mm crochet hook, and we will need around 30 grams of crochet thread number 10. And if you're first time here and you like this video or this project, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Only with your help I can reach 50,000 subscribers till the end of the year, and if I reach that, it would be really awesome. Okay, so enough words and let's start with this project. We will start with a slip knot. And now we will chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will slip stitch into the first chain that we made, so that will form a ring. And now we will start with a round number 1. We will chain 3 for the first double crochet, and into the ring we'll work one more double crochet. Now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the ring we'll work 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and one more double crochet, that's 2. And again we will chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 double crochets into the ring. 1 and 2. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll repeat this pattern around. So again we will work 2 double crochets into the ring. So that's double crochet number 1 and double crochet number 2, and then again we will chain 5, 3, 4, 5. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 2 double crochets, and we need to repeat this pattern for 4 more times. So in total we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 these groups of 2 double crochets. So let's go for the repeat. Number 5, so that's the 5th group with 2 double crochets. Then we'll chain 5 and 2 double crochets into the ring. So now we have 2, 4, 6. Now we'll chain 5, 2 double crochets into the ring, we'll chain 5, 4 and 5, and the last group. So the last 2 double crochets into the ring. So that's 1 and 2. And to finish this round 1, we will chain 2, and into the third chain of our beginning chain 3, we'll work a double crochet. So we'll yarn over and go into this third chain, and we'll work a double crochet. So now I have in the middle of this chain 5 space, we have our thread. We'll start with around 2. We'll chain 3, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. And into the same chain that we on top of this double crochet, so here we'll work 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and 1 more double crochet into the same place. 2. So we have, count this chain 3 as our first double crochet. We have 1, 2, 3 double crochets into the same place. Now we will chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We'll skip these 2 double crochets and we'll go into this chain 5 space. And we'll work 3 double crochets into the third chain of our chain 5 space. So that's our first chain, second and the third. Into the third chain we will work 3 double crochets. So that's 1, all 3 double crochets into the same chain. So that's the second and the third double crochet. And we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We'll go into the next chain 5 space and into the third chain of our chain 5 space. So 1, 2, 3 into the third chain. We'll work 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2 and 3. So repeat this pattern around. Chain 7 again, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Let's check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. And again into the third chain of our next chain 5 space, work 3 double crochets, and then again chain 7 and so on. So repeat this pattern around, and we'll finish this round together here. And I will meet you at the end of this round. So now we are working on our last 3 double crochets in this round number 2, and the third one. And now we will chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will work a double crochet into this third chain of our beginning chain 3. So into the third chain we'll work a double crochet, and we have finished our round number 2. So for the round 3 we'll start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is our first double crochet. Here we have our double crochet that we finished round 2, and around this double crochet we'll work 2 double crochets. So 1 double crochet and the second one. One double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So the first one goes into this third chain. As you remember, the chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, so we'll work a double crochet into the third chain, and then one double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and into the next double crochet, like that. Okay. I missed one thread, like that. First, and into the next one. Okay, so we started with chain 3 as our first double crochet, then we made 2 double crochets around this double crochet, the last double crochet of previous round, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So here we have our chain 7 space, and into this chain 7 space we'll work 6 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, into the next stitch double crochet, and into the next stitch double crochet. Okay. And again into the next chain 7 space we'll work 6 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. 2, 4, 6, and again 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And repeat this pattern around. So again you'll work 6 double crochets in this next space, then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 6 double crochets, then 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, and so on, and you'll finish this round with 1 double crochet in these last 3 stitches, and then into this chain 4 space you'll work 3 double crochets, and then slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Because we have here 1, 2, 3 double crochets already in this space, and in total we need 6, so you'll work 3 double crochets into this space and then slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round number 4. We'll start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet. And now we'll work a double crochet in each of the next 8 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we count this chain 3 at the beginning of this round as our first double crochet. So we have in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. Now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will work 1 double crochet in each of the next 9 double crochets of the previous round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets, and we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll chain 5 and then work 9 double crochets. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, chain 5. 3, 4, 5. And continue this way. So now we'll work 9 double crochets, then chain 5, 9 double crochets, chain 5, 9 double crochets, and so on. And I will meet you at the end of this round so that we can finish this round number 4 together. Five, 6, 7, 8, and the last double crochet number 9. And to finish this round 4, we will chain 2 and we'll work a double crochet into the third chain. So 1, 2, 3 into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. And we'll work a double crochet. And we are ready to start round number 5. And we'll start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet. So on top of this double crochet, the last double crochet in previous round, we'll work 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total we have 5 double crochets, because this chain 3 at the beginning counts as our first double crochet. And now we will chain 2, 1, and 2. We will work a double crochet 2 together, and the first part goes into this third chain here. So the third chain of our beginning chain 3 in our fourth round. That's the same place where we did this last double crochet. So we'll work a first part of double crochet 2 together into this third chain, and the second part into the next double crochet. So we will yarn over and go into this third chain, pull it through, and we'll work only 2 loops. Then we'll yarn over and go into the next double crochet. We'll pull our thread through, yarn over, and now we have 3 loops on our hook, and we'll pull our thread through all 3 loops. And we made our double crochet 2 together. And now we'll work 1 double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. So 5 double crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 double crochets remaining here, and we'll work a double crochet 2 together. So the first part, and into the next stitch we'll work a second part. We have 3 loops. We'll yarn over and pull through all 3 of them. Okay. Sorry about that. And here we have our chain 5 space, so we will chain 2, and again into the third chain of our chain 5 space. So 1, 2, 3. Into the third chain we'll work 5 double crochets. So all 5 double crochets goes into the same third chain of our chain 5 space. That's number 4, and double crochet number 5. We'll chain 2, and here we have our 9 double crochets. So first we'll work double crochet 2 together, like that, then 5 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 5 stitches. That's 3, then 4 and 5. Again 2 double crochets remaining, and we'll work a double crochet 2 together, like that. So in previous round we had 9 double crochets, and in this round we have 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So repeat this pattern around with a chain 2, then into the third chain of our chain 5 space work 5 double crochets as we did here, then chain 2, and then you'll work a double crochet 2 together, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets and double crochet 2 together, chain 2, and again into the third chain of our chain 5 space work 5 double crochets. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last double crochet 2 together, then chain 3 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 6 we will start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that counts as our first double crochet. We'll work a double crochet into the next stitch, then we'll chain 2, single crochet into the next double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. So we have 2 double crochets, then chain 2, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Now we will chain 2. Here we have our 2, 4, 6, 7 stitches, and we'll work double crochet 2 together over the first 2 stitches. So that's first part, and into the next stitch the second part. 3 loops, and we'll pull our thread through all 3 of them. Then we'll work 3 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and over the last 2 stitches we'll work double crochet 2 together. Like that. And we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll chain 2, then we'll work 2 double crochets, 1, and into the next stitch is the second one, chain 2, single crochet into the next double crochet, then chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Chain 2, Now we'll work double crochet 2 together, then 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and double crochet 2 together, chain 2 and repeat this pattern around. So you will work 2 double crochets, then chain 2 single crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, 2 double crochets, then 2 double crochets and work double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches, then 1, 2, 3 double crochets and double crochet 2 together, chain 2 and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last double crochet 2 together, then chain 2 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. We will start with a round 7, chain 3 for the first double crochet, double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 2 into the chain 2 space. We'll work a single crochet, then we'll chain 2 and single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 2 and 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now we will chain 2 and we'll work double crochet 2 together, double crochet into the next stitch, and into these last 2 stitches double crochet 2 together. Then we'll chain 2 and we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet in next chain 2 space, chain 2, single crochet into the next space, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, chain 2, and now we'll work double crochet 2 together, then 1 double crochet and double crochet 2 together, chain 2, and repeat this pattern around. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 2, single crochet into the next space, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, double crochet 2 together, then 1 double crochet 2 together, and then chain 2 and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last double crochet 2 together stitch, then chain 2 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round number 8, we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet into the next double crochet. Now we will chain 2, 1 and 2, and here we have our 3 chain 2 spaces. We will work in this second chain 2 space into the center of all 3. So we skip 1, chain 3 space, and into the next we will work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now we will chain 2, and into the same chain space 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Chain 2, skip the next chain 2 space and work 2 double crochets, 1 and into the next stitch 1 double crochet. And now we will chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we have our double crochet 2 together, double crochet and double crochet 2 together. So we have 3 stitches, and over these 3 stitches we will work double crochet 3 together. So into the first stitch we'll work a first part, and then we'll go into the next stitch. This is the second part, and into the third stitch. So we have 4 loops, and now we'll pull our thread through all 4 loops, and we created our double crochet 3 together stitch. And we will chain 3 and we'll repeat the pattern around. First we'll work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now we'll chain 2, skip chain 2 space, and into the next one we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the same space, same chain 2 space. Now we'll chain 2, skip the next space, and we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 and 3, and we'll work a double crochet 3 together. So the first, second and third stitch, 4 loops, and we'll pull our thread through all 4 loops. And now we'll chain 3 and repeat the pattern around. So 2 double crochets, then chain 2 into this second space, chain 2 space, we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Then we'll chain 2 and work 2 double crochets, chain 3 and double crochet 3 together, chain 3, and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last double crochet 3 together, and then chain 3 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 9 we'll start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet into the next stitch, and now we will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we will work a shell in next shell. So here we have 2 double crochets and chain 2 double crochets, and we'll work in this chain 2 space, and we'll work a shell, and that's 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets into the same space. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 double crochets, like that. So we have 2 double crochets, chain 3, then shell in a shell, so 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets into the same chain 2 space, chain 3 and 2 double crochets, and now we will chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll repeat the pattern around. We'll skip this stitch, this double crochet 3 together, and we'll work into the next double crochet. So we'll work 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. Then we'll chain 3 into this chain 2 space. Between these double crochets we'll work a shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. Chain 3, 2 and 3, and again 2 double crochets. And now again we will chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'll repeat the pattern around. So you'll skip this stitch, double crochet 3 together, and you'll work 1, 2 double crochets, then chain 3, shell in this chain 2 space, chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 11, 2 double crochets, and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with these 2 double crochets, then chain 11 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round number 10. We will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we'll work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we'll work a shell in the next shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets into the same space. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 double crochets. Now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have our chain 11 space, and we will work into the 6th chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the 6th chain we will work a single crochet. Then we will chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will repeat the pattern around. So first we will work 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then we will chain 4, shell in next shell. So these are first 2 double crochets, then we will chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same space. Now we will chain 4 and 2 double crochets. And we will chain 6 again, 3, 4, 5 and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And into the 6th chain of our chain 11 space we will work a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the 6th chain we will work a single crochet. Chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and we will repeat this pattern around. So we will work 2 double crochets, then chain 4, shell in the next shell, chain 4, 2 double crochets. Then we'll chain 5 and into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th chain, into the 6th chain of our chain 11 space, we'll work a single crochet, and then chain 5 and again 2 double crochets, chain 4 and shell in the next shell. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a single crochet in 6th chain of our chain 11 loop, and then chain 5 and slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 11 we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 4, 3 and 4, and we'll work a shell in the next shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets into the same space. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 2 double crochets, now we'll chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Single crochet into the next single crochet. Chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around. 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 4, then 2 double crochets, chain 5, single crochet in next single crochet, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and again we'll work 2 double crochets, then chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 4, 2 double crochets, chain 5, single crochet in next single crochet, chain 5 and again 2 double crochets. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a single crochet, chain 5 and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 12. We will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we'll work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 4, we'll work a shell in next shell, chain 4, 2 double crochets, and we'll chain 5, 3, 4, 5. In next single crochet we'll work 2 double crochets, so 2 double crochets into the same stitch, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same stitch. Chain 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around So 2 double crochets, chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 4, 2 double crochets, now we'll chain 5 into the single crochet, we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same single crochet, chain 5, and we'll repeat this pattern around. So we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 4, then 2 double crochets, chain 5 into the next single crochet we will work 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets all into the same single crochet, then chain 5 and again 2 double crochets and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets in this last single crochet, and then chain 5, slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 13, we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we will work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll work a shell in the next shell. Now we'll chain 4, 2 double crochets, now we'll chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have our next shell, which we made in this single crochet the previous round here, and here we'll work 2 double crochets, now we'll chain 2 into the same place, we'll work a double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then we'll chain 2 and into the same chain 2 space we'll work 2 double crochets. So we made 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. In total we have 6 double crochets. Chain 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 4 and 2 double crochets. Now we will chain 5. Here you have this shell, and here we'll work 3 groups of 2 double crochets and chain 2 between these groups. So first 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the same space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the same space. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again we'll work here 2 double crochets. So then you'll work 2 double crochets, chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 4, 2 double crochets. Then chain 5, and in this shell we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, all in this chain 2 space. Chain 5 and 2 double crochets, chain 4, shell in the next shell, and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with these last 3 groups of 2 double crochets and chain 2 between the groups, chain 5 and slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 14. We will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and then we will work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 3 and we'll work a shell in next shell. Chain 3, 2 double crochets, now we will chain 5, and here we have our group of 3 groups of 2 double crochets and chain 2 spaces between these groups. So in first chain 2 we'll work a shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the same space. Now we'll chain 3, and into the next chain 2 space we'll work a shell. So we have a shell, chain 3, and shell in next space. Chain 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around. So 2 double crochets, then we'll chain 3, shell in next shell, chain 3, 2 and 3, 2 double crochets, chain 5, into the next chain 2 space we'll work a shell. Chain 3, shell in next chain 2 space. Chain 5, and we'll repeat this around. So 2 double crochets, then chain 3, and we will work a shell in next shell, then chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 5, shell in this first, chain 2 space, then chain 3 and shell in next space, chain 5, 2 double crochets, chain 3, shell in next shell, and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a shell in this last chain 2 space, then chain 5 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Around 15 we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we will work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 2, shell in next shell, now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. We will chain 2. So now we will chain 2 and we will work 2 double crochets. Now we will chain 5. We will work a shell in next shell, that. Chain 2, 1, 2. Here we have our chain 3 space and into the second chain, so into the center of this chain space, we'll work 3 double crochets. So 3 double crochets into the same chain, 2 and 3. Chain 2 and shell in next shell. Chain 5, 2 double crochets, and we will repeat pattern around. Chain 2, shell in next shell, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 5, shell in next shell, chain 2. Again, here we have chain 3 space into the second chain of this chain space. We'll work 3 double crochets. So all 3 double crochets working the same chain. Chain 2, shell in a shell. Chain 5. and again you'll work 2 double crochets. So repeat this pattern around, work these 2 double crochets, then chain 3 shell in a shell, chain 2 double crochets, chain 2 shell in a shell, chain 2 double crochets, then chain 5 and work shell in a shell, chain 2 into the second chain of chain 3 space, you'll work 3 double crochets, chain 2 and shell in a shell, chain 5, 2 double crochets, chain 2 shell in shell. Okay, so repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last shell, then chain 2 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 16, we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and then we will work double crochet into the next stitch. Okay. Now we will chain 2, 1 and 2. Here we have our next shell, and we will work a single crochet into the chain 2 space. Chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So I made 2 double crochets, then chain 2 single crochet into this shell, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will work a shell in a shell. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have 3 double crochets of the previous round, and we'll work 1 double crochet in each one of them. So 3 double crochets, 1 into the next stitch is 2, and into the next stitch 3. Chain 4, 2, 3 and 4. Shell in the next shell. Chain 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around. 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet in next shell, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then we'll chain 5. Shell in next shell, chain 4, 3 double crochets, chain 4, shell, next shell, chain 5, and so on. So now you'll work 2 double crochets, then chain 2 single crochet into the shell, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 5 shell in a shell, chain 4, 3 double crochets, chain 4, shell in next shell, chain 5, and again 2 double crochets, then chain 2 and single crochet in next shell. Okay, so repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a chain 5 and then slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 17 we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet and then we'll work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 2, we'll work single crochet in next single crochet, so single crochet in a single crochet of the previous round, then we'll chain 2 and we'll work 2 double crochets. Now we will chain 5, we'll work a shell in a shell, then we'll chain 4, and here we have 3 double crochets of the previous round, and in each of them we will work double crochet increase, so 2 double crochets in each of the next 3 stitches. So into the first stitch we'll work 2 double crochets, into the next stitch 2 double crochets, and into the third and last stitch we will work 3 double crochets. So in this round we will have this group of 6 double crochets. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll work shell in next shell. Now we will chain 5 and we will repeat the pattern around. So we will work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, single crochet in next single crochet, chain 2, then 2 double crochets, and now we will chain 5, shell in next shell, then chain 4. Here we have 3 double crochets and we'll work 3 double crochet increases. So 2 double crochets into the first stitch, 2 double crochets into the second, and 2 double crochets into the third stitch of the previous round. Chain 4, shell in next shell, and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again you'll work 2 double crochets, then chain 2, single crochet in next single crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 5, shell in next shell, then chain 4, and you'll work double crochet increase into the first stitch, into the second and third. So altogether you will have 6 double crochets, just like here. So 3 double crochet increases, then chain 4, shell in shell, chain 5, and again 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet, and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a chain 5 and then slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Around 18 we will start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we will work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will chain 1 and we will skip this chain 2, single crochet and chain 2, and we'll go into the next 2 double crochets and we'll work a double crochet into the first and double crochet into the second stitch. Now we'll chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We'll work a shell in next shell. Chain 5, here we have 6 double crochets and we'll work double crochet in each one of them and chain 1 between. So double crochet into the first double crochet, then chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, so that's 3, chain 1, 4, chain 1, 5, chain 1 and double crochet number 6. So we made 6 double crochets with chain 1 between. Chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and we'll work a shell in next shell. Chain 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll work 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 5, shell in next shell, chain 5, and here we'll work 6 double crochets with chain 1 between. So that's 1, chain 1, double crochet number 2, chain 1, double crochet 3, chain 1, double crochet number 4, chain 1, double crochet number 5, chain 1, and the last double crochet number 6. Now again we'll chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and we'll work a shell in next shell. Chain 5, and again we will work 2 double crochets, then chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 5, shell in a shell, chain 5, 6 double crochets with chain 1 between, chain 5, shell in next shell, chain 5, and again 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and so on. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last shell, then work chain 5 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. round 19. We will start with a chain 2, and now we will work double crochet into the next round 19. Now we will work on our beginning double crochet 5 together stitch, and we will start with chain 2. Then we yarn over and go into the next double crochet, and we will work a first part of double crochet, so that then we'll yarn over and go into the chain 1 space, and we'll work again only 2 loops. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We'll yarn over, go into the next double crochet, pull it through and work 2 loops. Yarn over and go into the last double crochet, and we'll work 2 loops. We have 5 loops on our hook. We will yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. So with this chain 2 and this working only on first part of the double crochets, we created our beginning double crochet 5 together stitch. Now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll work shell in next shell. Chain 5. Here we have this 2, 4, 6 double crochets of the previous round with this chain 1 spaces between, and in this area we will work 16 double crochets. How we'll do that? We'll work a double crochet into the first double crochet, then 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space, double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space, double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space, double crochet into the next stitch, again into the chain 1 space. We'll work 2 double crochets, double crochet into the next stitch, and in this last chain 1 space 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet into the last double crochet. So if we count, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 double crochets in total. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shell, next shell. Chain 5, and we'll repeat the pattern around. So the next stitch is double crochet 5 together, and we'll work over these 2 double crochets, the chain 1 space and the next 2 double crochets. So remember, always work only first part of the double crochet and leaving 1 loop more each time on your hook. So we'll go into the first double crochet. Okay, now we have 2 loops. We'll go into the next double crochet, into the chain 1 space, into the next double crochet, and into the last double crochet. So now we have 2, 4, 6 loops on our hook. We will yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. And we'll repeat this round, so we'll chain 5, 3, 4, and 5. Shell in next shell. chain 5. Now we'll work on our 16 double crochet. So in each double crochet we will work a double crochet, and in each chain 1 space there will be 2 double crochets. So that's double crochet number 1. Into the chain 1 space we'll go 2 and 3. In next stitch is double crochet number 4. Into the chain 1 space we'll go number 5 and number 6. Next stitch, double crochet number 7. Into the chain 1 space, double crochet number 8 and 9. Next stitch is number 10. Chain 1 space, number 11, and double crochet number 12. Into the next stitch is double crochet number 13. Into the last chain 1 space is 14 and 15, and into the last double crochet we'll work a double crochet number 16, sorry. Chain 5, 3, 4 and 5. Shell in next shell. One more double crochet. Chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and again we'll work on our double crochet 5 together. So first part, second, third goes into the chain 1 space, fourth into the next stitch, and fifth into the last double crochet. Again 6 loops, and we will pull our thread through all 6 loops. Chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and again we'll work shell in next shell, then chain 5. As I showed you before, work on these 16 double crochets, chain 5, shell in a shell, chain 5, double crochet 5 together, chain 5, and so on. So repeat this pattern around, and I will meet you at the end of this round so that we can finish this round together, and then we'll start with round number 20. To finish this row 19, we'll slip stitch on top of this first stitch that we made. Not in the second chain, but into top of the stitch, like that. Okay. So we will start with a round 20. First we will chain 1, and into the same stitch we'll work a single crochet. Now we will chain 3, and we'll work a shell in the next shell. Chain 6, and we'll work a double crochet into the first double crochet. So here we have our 16 double crochets, and we'll work 1 double crochet into the first one, and now we'll repeat 5 times. We'll work a chain 3, we'll skip 2 double crochets, and into the next we'll work a double crochet. Again chain 3, skip 2 double crochets, into the third we'll work a double crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, into the next work double crochet. Oh, this is repeat 1, 2, 3, chain 3, skip 2, and into the next work a double crochet. This was repeat number 4, and one more chain 3, skip 2, and into the last double crochet of the previous round we'll work a double crochet. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shell in next shell. Chain 3 and single crochet on top of the next stitch. So on top of this double crochet 5 together, we'll work a single crochet. And we'll repeat the pattern around. So chain 3, shell in next shell, now we'll chain 6, 4, 5, and 6. We'll work double crochet into the next double crochet, and now we'll repeat 5 times, chain 3, skip 2, and into the next work a double crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, into the next work double crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, and into the next stitch we'll work a double crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, into the next stitch double crochet, and the last time chain 3, skip 2 stitches, and into the last double crochet we'll work a double crochet. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll work a shell in next shell. Now we'll chain 3, and again on top of the next stitch work a single crochet, and then chain 3, shell in a shell, chain 6, double crochet into the first stitch, and then 5 times you will repeat chain 3, you'll skip 2 stitches, and into the next you'll work a double crochet, and again chain 3, skip 2, into the next work a double crochet, and so on. Then you'll work this double crochet in this last double crochet, then chain 6 and shell in a shell, chain 3 and single crochet on top of this stitch. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with this last shell, then chain 3 and slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made in this round. Round 21. Now we need to slip stitch into this shell, into the chain 2 space. So here we have chain 3, and we'll slip stitch in each of the next 3 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets, the first and the second one, and slip stitch into the chain 2 space. And now we will chain 3 for the first double crochet, and we'll work on our beginning shell. So chain 3 counts as first double crochet, then we'll work one more double crochet into the same space, chain 2 and 2 double crochets into the same space. Now we will chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double crochet into the next double crochet. Now we'll chain 1, double crochet into the second chain of our chain 3 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, and we will repeat this throughout this next 4 chain 3 spaces. So chain 1, double crochet into the second chain of our chain 3 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, again into the second chain, chain 1, into the next stitch, work double crochet, chain 1. You can also double crochet into the chain 3 space if you prefer that, but I like to work on into the chain. Okay, so chain 1, double crochet into the second chain, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1 for the last time. We'll work a double crochet into the chain 1, into the second chain of chain 3 space, then we'll chain 1 and we'll work a double crochet into the next double crochet. Now we will chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll work a shell in next shell. Now we will chain 1 and we will skip this chain 3 space, single crochet and chain 3 space, and we will work a shell in next shell. And we will repeat this around, so I will work with you one more repeat. Chain 6, double crochet into the next stitch, and we will repeat this for 5 times. Chain 1, double crochet into the second chain of chain 3 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch. So it's 1, chain 1, double crochet into the second chain, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, again into the second chain, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet to the second chain, chain 1 and double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet into the second chain of our chain 3 space, chain 1 and double crochet into the last double crochet of the previous round, like that. Yeah. Now we will chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we will work a shell in the next shell. And chain 1 and again shell in the next shell. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a shell in a shell, then chain 1 and slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 22, we will slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then we will slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Now we'll work on our beginning shell with a chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the same space. chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have our double crochets with chain 1 between. Into the first double crochet we'll work 3 treble crochet cluster. So we'll yarn over 2 times and we'll go into the next double crochet and start working our treble crochet, 2 loops and 2 loops, and we will leave the last 2 loops on our hook. We will yarn over 2 times again, go into the same double crochet, and again we'll work 2 loops and 2 loops. Now we have 3 loops. We will yarn over again 2 times and we will work again 2 and 2. Now we have 4 loops and we will yarn over and pull through all 4 loops like that. And we made our 3 treble crochet cluster. Now we will chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will work a single crochet into the next double crochet. So single crochet, and then we will chain 4, 3 and 4, and into the next double crochet again we will work 3 treble crochet cluster. Okay? So we will work 3 treble crochets, but we always leave the last loop on your hook. Now I have 4 loops and we'll pull thread through all 4 loops. Again we will chain 4, single crochet into the next double crochet, chain 4, and into the next double crochet we'll work a cluster. Four loops, chain 4, again single crochet into the next double crochet, chain 4, cluster in next double crochet. Chain 4, single crochet into the next double crochet, chain 4, cluster in next double crochet. And for the last time, chain 4, single crochet into the next double crochet, chain 4 and cluster in our last double crochet. So 3 treble crochet cluster, like that. So you have 2, 4, 6 treble crochet clusters. Now we will chain 6 and we will work a shell in the next shell, and we will repeat the pattern around shell in the next shell, then chain 6, treble crochet, cluster in the first double crochet, then we will 5 times we will repeat the chain 4, single crochet into the next, double crochet, chain 4, and 3 treble crochet cluster in next double crochet. So this also repeat number 1, and for the second time chain 4, single crochet into the next, double crochet, then chain 4 and cluster into the next stitch. Well, that's repeat number 2. For the third time, chain 4, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 4 and cluster in next stitch. For the fourth time, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 4 and cluster in next stitch. And for the fifth and last time, we'll chain 4, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 4 and treble crochet cluster in the last double crochet. Now we will chain 6, 2, 4, 6, yes, shell in next shell. And shell in the next shell. Chain 6. So repeat this pattern around and finish this round with a shell in a shell, and then slip stitch into the third chain of our beginning chain 3. Round 23, and that's our last round. We will slip stitch into the next double crochet and into the chain 2 space. Now we will chain 3 for the first double crochet, and into the same space we'll work a double crochet. Now we will chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we have our treble crochet cluster, and on top of this stitch we'll work a V stitch. That will be double crochet, chain 2, and one more double crochet into the same stitch. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll repeat this for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So chain 4, and on top of the next stitch we'll work V stitch. So double crochet, chain 2 and one more double crochet into the same stitch, chain 4, V-stitch on top of the next stitch, chain 4, again, in next stitch we'll work a V-stitch with double crochet, chain 2 and one more double crochet into the same stitch, chain 4, V-stitch on in the next stitch, so double crochet, chain 2 and one more double crochet, chain 4, and the last time our V-stitch, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we have our 2 shells. In the next chain 2 space we'll work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and 2 double crochets into the next shell. So this time we don't work on our shells, but just 2 double crochets in each shell. And we'll repeat the pattern around. So we'll chain 7, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In next cluster V-stitch, and then repeat 5 times, chain 4, in next cluster V-stitch, chain 4, V-stitch in the next cluster, chain 4, in next cluster V-stitch, so this was repeat number 1, 2, 3. For the 4th time we'll chain 4, V-stitch in the next cluster, and for the 5th time we will chain 4, and in our last cluster we'll work our V-stitch. Chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And here we have our 2 shells, and we'll work 2 double crochets into the first shell. So that's 1 and 2, and 2 double crochets in next shell, and chain 7 again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you'll repeat this pattern around. Here we'll work a V-stitch, then chain 4, V-stitch, chain 4, V-stitch, chain 4, V-stitch in the next cluster, chain 4, V-stitch, chain 4 and V-stitch in this last cluster, then chain 7 and work 2 double crochets, and in this shell 2 double crochets, chain 7 and so on. So repeat this pattern around, and I will meet you at the end of this round so that we can finish our project together. So you'll chain 7, 2, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In the next, this last shell, we'll work 2 double crochets, and to finish this row and a project we'll slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 3. Then now we'll just chain 1, we'll cut our thread, pull the loop through and fasten off. And we have finished this project. So now I will just sew in these two tails, and then I will spray my doily with a light starch and iron it on the back side. So yeah, and I will post a picture of this doily that we just made at the start of this video. So when you see it, it will be already done and we will work on the same piece, the same project that we'll see at the beginning of this video. So hope you enjoy this one, and until the next time, enjoy your crocheting and be safe.